Welcome back to The Connected Business. My name's Paul Taylor, and I've been talking to Michael Abbott, who is the Chief Executive of ISIS. ISIS is a joint venture between three of the largest US wireless operators, AT&T, Verizon Wireless, and T-Mobile US. They formed this joint venture to encourage the use of mobile payments. I asked Michael why mobile payments have been so successful in emerging markets like Kenya with M-Pesa, but have been much slower to take off in Western markets, including Europe and the US.
It's because if you think of the mobile phone today, until you find a way to swipe a mobile phone through a terminal, through the legacy technology that's out there today, it's just not going to take off in the emerging markets. But what we figured out is if you use the EMV technology that's fairly well deployed in Europe right now.
EMV is the chip in a card?
The chip in the card. So the chips that are very prevalent in Europe right now, well, the same technology can work contactlessly, so you can just simply tap your card, much like you do on a subway or a transit system today. We've taken that same technology, put it into the phone, and now it's both backwards and forwards compatible with the market, and that's what we're starting to see take off. Arguably, the United States is probably a little bit behind the rest of the world, whereas if you look at UK and Australia and Poland have already made a substantial investment in contactless EMV technology, and it's fairly broadly deployed.
Mike, you did some research about what people actually want out of their smartphones recently. What did it show?
Yeah, we asked consumers what they want out of smartphones, and what we found is first and foremost, they want better cameras, faster internet speed. You're never going to beat that. But when we stacked it up against pay with your phone, against all the other features you can do, like remote controls and other gimmicky items, what we found was payments was the #1 thing outside of the fundamentals that people are looking for in their phones.
So after table stakes, it's payments. People want, right.
After table stakes, they expect to pay with their phone. In fact, we did some more research, Paul, around that said, we asked consumers, when do you think it will come? And consumers would tell you they think it's going to come in 2 to 3 years. So they actually have realistic expectations around when it's going to come because they understand the complexity, but they want it, and they want it now.
How does your system stack up against alternatives like credit cards or PayPal or whatever?
Well, first and foremost, because it is your card on ISIS, what you see is what you get. If you have an American Express card in your wallet, you see the same American Express card. You get the same benefits, same protections.
On your smartphone?
On your smartphone, the
right.
Same as what you would get with your plastic. So first and foremost, that's important. But what you mentioned is critical because the #1 consumer fear is security. So what we've done is we've adopted the EMV technology from Europe into the phone, like I said before, with contactless. And now every time you tap your phone, we deliver a new card number. Okay. So the card number rolls every single time. So first off, it's more safe than plastic, which is a static number, it can be stolen. Secondly, if you lose your phone, we've integrated the ecosystem in such a way that if you call your carrier, you call the MNO and say, I've lost my phone, you don't have to worry about it. We send a signal automatically to the bank, and it shuts down just that card that's on the phone, not the plastic card that's in your wallet. Right. So we've tried to think of this from the consumer's perspective and build it out from their lens.
Mike, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Paul.